They say your first 100K is the hardest, but I'm on a mission to grow my net worth from the negatives where it is today to over $100,000 in the next 5 years or less. Hopefully less. So let's walk through my plan together to do exactly that. First, welcome to my channel. My name is Kennedy. I work full-time in finance, and clearly that's not enough because I love talking all things money, investing, real estate, and I really just wanted to document my journey on growing my net worth and learning everything personal finance here. So let's jump into my plan to get rich. So my plan to hit this 100K goal and grow my net worth is pretty simple and relies on three main components. I also have my iPad in front of me, so if you see me looking down, I'm just looking at my notes. The first thing is to spend less than I make, obviously, but invest the difference. The second is to earn more money and create multiple streams of income for myself. And the third is my favorite, and that is to invest in real estate. So let's dive into the details on all three. So like I said before, I work full-time in finance, and I'm blessed that I'm paid a salary where I'm able to live comfortably off what I make right now. So I've made a deal with myself that any future bonuses or comp increases won't go to me. It won't be money that I'm going to spend, but instead it's going to go to future Kennedy via my investments in my brokerage account, my retirement, going to my real estate business, or maybe a sinking fund. Also, going along with that, I have no planned major expenses in life. I know you can't plan out everything, but I already bought my house and I already bought my car, and I plan on driving my car until the wheels fall off, and I don't plan on moving out of my house anytime soon, and if I do, I would definitely probably go back to renting, which could be a whole nother thing. So the reason why I want to keep my salary fixed is mostly just to combat lifestyle creep. Don't get me wrong, I'm 25, young and turned, so I'm all for booking the trip, getting my hair done, and just treating myself. But I don't really think it's necessary to just upgrade just because I make more money unless it's out of necessity. So the second thing I'm gonna do is focus on earning more money and creating multiple streams of income. Probably one of the most valuable things I've learned from the personal finance experts is instead of focusing on budgeting every penny and being super frugal, it's better to put your time into earning more money and maximizing your income, and that's exactly what I plan to do. Creating multiple streams of income is important to me, but making sure they are passive streams of income is the most important. Our time is so valuable, and you don't want to make your side hustle something that's going to stress you out even more, especially if you're in a situation like me where you're working a corporate job and you're doing other things. It's just a recipe for disaster. And by earning more money, I'm not trying to do anything super complicated. Right now, I'm selling my clothes on Depop, which has turned out to be a pretty nice side hustle. And I have my two digital products, my car calculator and my deal calculator, which are linked to my bio. I used to think that becoming rich was hard and making money was hard. So the earning more aspect of my goal is probably going to be the most challenging for me, because I have to ditch all these dated and negative mindsets that I previously had about money and find ways that I can maximize my income. Okay, now let's move on to my favorite part of my plan, which is buying the real estate. Buying income producing real estate assets is one of the oldest tricks in the book when it comes to slowly accumulating wealth, and my goal is to start buying investment properties with the intention of buying and holding them for a long time very, very soon. Real estate investing and landlording is often presented as this very passive source of income, but if you talk to anybody who's in the business, they probably will tell you the opposite unless they're lucky enough to be far removed from it. But in my case, this is why I was saying before I want my earning more aspect of my plan to be passive. I'm going to be very hands-on with my real estate assets at first, probably, just because having a property manager and people do things for you just will eat into your margins. But my plan is to start really small, so buying a small duplex, a triplex, a quadplex, or even a single family house, and just renting that to a tenant and just building from there. I have not bought my first investment property. I'm actively saving for the down payment for it, so we will see how that turns out. I think real estate is going to be the one thing that's going to really propel my net worth, because I do know that I'm going to use very, very low leverage. Typically people put down about 20% for their investment properties, but in my case, I'm hoping to do all my deals in cash, which I know some people might side-eye me for, but I am trying to grow my net worth. Buying a bunch of real estate with a bunch of bank debt just doesn't really seem like the best way to do things, and I'm very risk averse and conservative, so that's just not gonna happen. Editing Kennedy here. I'm just gonna clean myself up a bit because I kind of contradicted myself. So I don't have the cash right now to go out and buy properties, obviously. But once I do, I plan on using the BRRRR method, which is basically just buying the properties in cash, renovating them, renting them, and then refinancing. But since I am conservative, I probably will keep the LTV low, like in the 60 to 50 range, as opposed to the traditional 80%. Okay, back to the video. I didn't mention this at the beginning, but the last piece to grow my net worth is definitely just to continue to educate myself. I'm reading, I'm listening to podcasts, and I'm making tweaks to my plan. I also want to make it clear that I don't have all the answers at this point. This is just my loose plan on how I think I'm going to grow my net worth past 100K. We'll see when I get there if this is actually how I did it, but only thing you can plan for is for your plan not to go according to plan. That's in the Psychology of Money, great book. It is a fact that your net worth does skyrocket and snowball after you hit that 100K milestone. So I am so looking forward to the journey on achieving mine and hope you guys subscribe so you can join me. Be sure to follow me on my other socials and let's get rich together. Thanks for watching. Bye.